Hello everyone, my name is Mohit and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. This is challenge number 2 of solving SQL challenges playlist, and in this challenge we'll talk about parsing delimited data. So what is this? Let us understand. Okay, so if you observe here, we are given a table called product, and this is how the input data looks like. In this table we have two columns, ID and tax, and each value in tax are separated by comma. Okay, so for ID1, we have some comma separated values. Similarly for ID2 and 3. And if you observe the output, it has two columns. First is ID, second is parsed value. So what is in this column? So for ID1, if you observe, we have two rows, and the value in second column is same as what we are having in input data, and these are comma separated value in input, right? So if you separate these two values, which are comma separated, and if we keep in different rows, then this is how the whole data will look like, right? So for ID1, we will be having two values. So in output table, we have two rows. Similarly for ID2, we have three values which are comma separated. So here we can observe in output, we have three rows. Okay. So this is the input table and this is how the output will look like. So in short, this is the expectation which we have to solve. Okay, so in order to achieve the required output, first we need to understand how string split works. Okay, so here in this slide, if you see, we have used a keyword called as string split. But how this works, we should have an idea. Okay, so to make this clear, let me switch to SSMS. So in order to understand how string split works, let me first declare a variable where we can store a string value. Okay, so declare string, let's say it's varchar 100, and the value as per our slide is this one. Okay, let me confirm what was the value according to our slide. Okay, so this is the value. Let me copy this one. Okay, this is the whole string, right? And this comma separate this whole string into two parts. First is hello, second is you are most welcome. So let's say we want to split this whole string on basis of comma, and we want to store the splitted value. So in this case, we will have two values, right? This is the first one, this is the second one. If we split total string by comma, right? So these are the two values. Now we want to store these two values in different rows. So how we can perform this? So in order to achieve this one, we can use string split. So let us see how we can use string split, what is the syntax, and how the output of string split looks like. Okay. So let me do one thing, select star from string underscore split. This is the keyword which we use. And the first argument, we need to pass the string which we want to split, right? So this is the variable name where we have stored our original string value, right? And what is the delimiter? That should be passed as second parameter. So this is the second parameter. Okay. So this is the total syntax. We have to use string split as a keyword, and the first argument would be your either you can pass the string or you can pass the variable where you have stored your string. Okay, and the second parameter would be what is the delimiter on which you want to split your string. Okay, so let me run this one and let us see what is the value or what is the output we are getting from string split. Okay, so see, first point, we wanted these two values in different rows and we wanted to split the whole string using comma. See, we got this first value in first row and this second value in second row. Okay, so this is the first observation. Second is, if you observe carefully, we have not specified any column name here, but still the column name is coming as value. See, column name is value here, right? Which implies if we use string split, then the column name will be generated as value. Okay, so basically the return is a kind of tabular data with column name as value. So in place of star, if we write value, the result would be same, right? See, so the point which need to be considered here is string split will return a tabular data with column name as value, what we are observing here. So keeping this point in mind, let us move to the slide. So in this slide, see, we have specified the same example and the output which we got was this one only, right? And here is one point which we need to note down, like column name value generated by string split, and that we have seen in our example, right? Now let's move to the next slide. Okay, now coming to our original output which was required. So let us again jump to SSMS, and we already have a table TVL underscore product. So let me select that one from TVL underscore product. Let me select this one. Okay, so this is the exact input data as per our slide, right? For ID1, we have this comma separated value. Similarly for ID2 and 3. Okay, now the requirement is same. Just look at this data. We want to split this one based on comma, and we want the output in the similar way what we got from here, right? In this way. After splitting the string based on delimiter, every element we want as a row. Okay. So to achieve this, of course, we need to use string split, right? So how we can use this? Let us see. So this is the table. Select star from TVL product. Then we need to write cross apply. Why we are using cross apply? We'll see in a bit. Okay. So after cross apply, we need to provide this string split. Then we need to provide the string which we want to split and also the delimiter, right? So here we don't have any string, specific string. So we want to split each and every value inside this column, tags, right? And this tags is in this table. So we can directly write here tags. This is the column name and on which delimiter we want to split the data. So if you observe this example, we have three values which are comma separated. So we want to split data based on comma. So let me write comma. Okay. Now let me run this query. Let us observe what is the output we are getting. Okay. So these two columns are from table itself, which is TVL product, and this column is coming from string split. And earlier we have observed that if we are using string split, it will return a column name as value, inside which we will be having splitted values. Okay. Now here why we used cross apply. For that, let me do one thing. Let me individually select this table also, and let me run these two queries. Okay. So if you observe in this part, we are splitting this value, right? Then this value, then this value. But we need to map the splitted value. In this case, the splitted values electronics and gadgets. And we need to map these two values with ID, right? Because for ID1, this is the tag name, right? Electronics, comma gadget. And we are splitting these two values using string split. Then we need to map it to its original ID, right? So in order to map that part, we use cross apply. This is the simple explanation as of now. Okay. So as we want to map this with our original table, we are using cross apply. So this is the output which we will get. Okay. Now let us go back to our presentation. So here in output, if you observe, we want only two columns. First is ID, second is parsed value. And in parsed value, we have the splitted value only, right? So in another word, we need to rename this column. In our case, the column name is value. Here they require parsed value. Okay. So only these two columns are required. So let me select these two columns only, ID, comma, value as parsed value. So why we have written value? Because this exact column we are getting from string split. So you can consider this as another table. So from this table, we are fetching value column, and from this table, we are extracting ID column. Okay. Now let me run it. We are now getting exact output what was expected. So here few points we need to keep in mind. First is ID we are getting from DDL product, and the value column we are getting from string split, because it will return a table with a column name as value. Okay, and this is the exact thing what we have mentioned in note. Column name value generated by string split. Okay, so in this slide we have tried to generalize our query. Okay, so in this case we were using comma as a delimiter, right? But your string can have any delimiter. Let's say it's tab. Okay, so you can specify delimiter as tab. Again you will get the same output. See, if your delimiter is, let's say, pipe, so in place of this tab you need to put pipe. Now if you select this one, it will again return same value. So in short, if I tell, you can replace this with any delimiter and you will get the similar kind of result. Okay, so this is what I have tried to explain here. Like, you can use any delimiter. It could be comma, it could be tab, it could be pipe. So this is how you can pass your delimited data or delimited text. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you have enjoyed this content, then please don't hesitate to show your support by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. And please make sure to hit the bell icon to receive the notifications about the new video updates. Thank you so much. Let's meet in our next video with a new challenge. Till then, take care and goodbye.